What's up everybody, welcome to the video. If you hadn't guessed it, today we're printing Pokemon stuff. Well, we're not printing them, I've already printed them, but we're going to have a look at them and see what they're like, see whether you can print them as well, see whether they're actually worth doing. So let's jump in the video and let's have a look. So this is a fully printable Pokeball set, which is V3, and it's by RC3D. So this particular one is printed on the A1 Mini, so it took about 4.7 hours it says, so roughly 5 hours. But this is it here. So you have your Pokeball like this, and then you can actually open it up and have stuff inside. So as you can see there, it goes all the way around, and you just use some filament to connect that back bit up when you're putting it together. And then obviously it's just some glue on the front to stick this on. And the inside just sticks in the little holes just for the different colors. So you could also do like an ultra ball, so you could have like blue and black, red, white, yellow, whatever colors you want, and put them on there, and then that'll be your Pokeball. So yeah, that's the Pokeball. Up next we have the articulated Onyx from Body 3D. Now this was printed again on the A1 Mini, and it was printed like in a circle to fit it on the bed, but that's it, quite nice. If I remember, it was about 3 or 4 hours to print it, so it's not too time consuming really, just set it off and then it prints it all out. And it's really nicely connected together, and a really nice articulated toy there. So yeah, nice little Pokemon one, and it's just quite good. So I use the AMS. So I have grey, white and black, so it took slightly longer, but you can print this with just your single one as well, and then just sort of paint these eyes in white with Tipex or white marker, put a black pen as well, so you can do it that way. So AMS or non-AMS, still good print. So on this topic of articulated ones, I did an articulated Gyarados as well. So I did this in a silk, which hasn't really come out the best, to be fair. A little bit of sort of warping and stuff on the top, but it still looks quite nice, really nice colour. Articulation works really nice. It was about 1.5 to 2 hours, I think, to print, so it's not too bad really. But yeah, it comes out already articulated, and I think if it was done in proper PLA rather than silk PLA, probably come out a bit better. But this was printed a long time ago, but still looks quite nice, and still quite nice articulated toy. Can you hear that? That's a bunch of Gengars trying to escape. So I think this was about 1.7 hours, but it was like a bed full of these little bad boys. So that's him there, little Gengar. And again, it was printed with the silk, so it's not the best with it being intricate detail, and used like just the generic settings. But I think if I was to print it again, especially in the silk, I'd probably use like a smaller nozzle size so I can get better detail. But I still think they're quite cute, little Gengars. Yeah, nice little print. So if you've got some like remaining filament or whatever and you want to print something small, give it a shot. Another small thing is this Pikachu keyring from HS3D. Oh, look at a little Pikachu. So it's black on the back, and obviously you've got your filament there. So you have your yellow, red, black and white, and it comes with a little hole so you put your keyring in, so you can put it on your keys. The same again with it being multicolored. I just did a whole bed of them just so they're all sort of done. And when you are shooting with multicolor on your printer, it's best to do a bed full of them, because how long it takes for one is going to be the same for the other, because it'll just do that same color and color change. So if you print multicolor stuff like this, it's best to fill the bed with as many copies as you can. So that's one little hint in there. But yeah, that's the little Pikachu keyring. I love me some retro gaming, and the Game Boy was an absolute classic back in the day. Now this is something that has been created to hold your Pokemon cards. This was by Phoenix 3D Models, and basically what it is you have your Game Boy and you can open it up. It's stuck with magnets together. You put your Pokemon cards in there, put the magnets back on and seal them shut. So for example, I can get them and put some cards in, just like so, and then you get the lid, put that on, you can shake them about, then the cards are not going to escape out, especially with being magnets as well, so you can sort of chuck it upside down a bit, not going to come out, so it's really good for that. So yeah, if you've got some specific cards that you want to keep, so I can't remember how many it holds, but if you've got a smaller amount and you want to keep them in a special place, then one of these is good. I printed 2 because I love them. Another keychain for the video, and this is a Pokeball keychain. So this is on Maker World, and it takes about an hour and a half to do it because you have to print it off in different sections and then stick it all together. But you can always just put it together rather than stick it. So that's how they are done, like so. So you have little connections here, and that's how they connect up. Now, the thing that I found, as you can see there, the fronts come off. They do slot in together, and they do sort of stay together as such when you were holding it. But if this was to drop on the floor, everything will come apart. So I would say with this one, if you are going to do it and use it as a keychain, then you need to glue it so everything's stuck together. So if it does take a fall, you're fine. But yes, that is the Pokeball keychain. Looking magnificent. Next, it's time to get dark and moody. That's why the lights have gone off. And it's this. Doesn't seem very dark and moody. It's not at all. It's a light. I just turned off the light so you can see this bit better. So this is filled with LEDs on the inside. It's connected to USB. I've got my trusty Euro car parts power bank so I can power it. So again, you can just turn it on like so. And that's fantastic. And then you can just sort of put it on your wall if you want. I'll just put it there for the minute. Looks all right. I think I was going to put it down here somewhere, but I think I'm going to go for a different one. But yeah, that's the Pokemon LED lamp. And then it just comes in 2 pieces. So you have your base where you put your LED. Not the best quality LED fitting, but this is one of the first ones I did. Then you have your plate on there as well. So you can just put that on, clip it into place, and you're good to go. So should the LEDs break for whatever reason, then you have this ready to take apart, change your LEDs, put some new ones in. So that one's really good. And again, this is printed on the A1 Mini, so if you have a bigger printer, you can print this much bigger. This particular one is from Dylan's Lights boxes, and this took about 2.5 hours to print, I believe. So yeah, really good. So for the last 2, I've come for a bit of a nail down because I need to use the table. And this one here, this is by Hollowmaker, and this is a Pokemon card holder. So very similar to the Game Boy one, where you can put your Pokemon cards in and get them out and mess around. So again, you have your little tray, you have a stack of Pokemon cards, put them in, close it up, and you're good to go. So you can carry these around, and yeah, that's basically it. So if you're in the lookout for a little Pokemon sort of caddy to hold your cards, then this may be the one for you. It has a little clasp, open it up, get your cards in there. Last but not least, we have this bad boy. This is by Designs by Markham, and it'll take about 10 hours to print. Might seem a long time, but it's nice. So obviously this is it here. You have the sides like that. You have the back, other sides, and then you have the front. This is an interesting design, so I'll just show you. So on the inside, there is a little sort of lever which goes from side to side, and when the tray is put in like that, it follows the groove so you can lock it and unlock it, and it's just done with that. So as you can see, you have your tray and you push that in. Once you push your tray in, that locks it. Push it again, and as you can see, it'll come out a bit, and that unlocks it. Now, I did have a bit of an issue with mine. This was sort of one of the first 3D prints that I started to print, and as you can see there, I had to sand the top down because the top was actually too big to fit in here for some reason, so I don't know what that issue was. This white part on the front, you could probably do with gluing that in as well, because sometimes that gets a bit loose, but that's it there. Yeah, so I have your front door here, you have this bit here, and that just slides in, and that's the nice thing about it, like, you need to glue some bits, but then some bits doesn't need to be glued because it's a nice fit, and it'll hold all your Pokemon cards, just like so, and keep them stored away. So that's the Pokemon card holder. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please let me know in the comments, and let me know what your favourite Pokemon thing was that I printed in this video as well. If you want to see more Pokemon stuff on the channel, let me know as well, I'll do that. I've got a whole range of different stuff that I printed off and that I want to print as well, just to feature on the channel, so it should be interesting. But yeah, until next time, see ya. What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Keith. Today's video, we're going to be looking at some WWE stuff. And this is some 3D printed stuff from wrestling and WWE. So let's jump into the video and we'll take a look. So first up we have this little bad boy. So this is an articulated WWE logo with the little legs, and it sits on your shelf and just looks cute and stuff, I suppose. So when I was printing this, it came out really nice, apart from the joints here were quite bad in the legs. So one of them started to articulate and break, and the other one was stuck, so I just left it as is. So he sort of looks like he's just 1 foot up, 1 foot down, just chilling out, just like that. So yeah, I thought that was quite a nice little print, and it didn't take too long to print either. This is what we have up next, not the belt, but the actual hanger itself. So this is a belt hanger for a little belt, and we'll have a look now. So as you can see here, this is my belt attached to the wall. I did have to put some nails in, I don't know if you can see them there, just to hold the belt backwards because it kept falling forward. But essentially this is it here. You have these here, and there's a bar that goes across. I don't want to take the belt off because it's sort of on there now, but it's as you can see here, this is the bar that goes across, and it basically holds the belt on the wall, just like so. And that is the belt hanger. Now I did a bit of a remix on this, so I made the logo on the front red rather than black or a different color, and I uploaded that profile as well to fit on the A1 Mini. So if you want to check that out on the Maker World with the collections with all these other ones, they're on there. But yeah, that was that one. Next up, we have the Money in the Bank, and this is a bank Money in the Bank. So this is it here, and this is a nice simple box, and it's really nice. Nice. So that's it there, the Money in the Bank. I did put the letters on a bit of a wonk, but it looks okay. This is it here, the Money in the Bank, and it comes in 2 different bits, and all you have to do is the back bit. It just opens up like so, and then it turns into a money box. So you actually have money in the bank in the bank. And then again, that just goes back on. Fit that in the little grooves on both sides, slots in, and there we go. So this is done in the a green and yellow, and also the logo in there. So the box itself gets printed off. You print off the top here, the handles and the 2 locks, the Money in the Bank logo and the other WWE logo. You stick them on. But the only issue I had was these are quite small, so they were quite fiddly to do because I had to size it down for the A1 Mini. But yeah, I think it still looks nice. And again there on the shelf, looks quite nice. So yeah, that's that one. Next up is Yeet. So this was supposed to be for a necklace keychain thing, but I turned it into an actual keychain. So the one profile which was already on there was for the larger printer. I did for the A1 Mini, and managed to fit it on so it's much smaller. So you can actually probably wear them as glasses and just yeet like that. But I've got it as a key ring, so I had the little mount there. But you could also do something and hook it on the wall maybe, which I think I might do in the future. But yeah, there's main event due, so, and also just got the belt, so yeet. Another one of these necklaces is this one here. This is the Cody Rhodes American Nightmare necklace. But again, I've made this into a keychain because I printed on the A1 Mini, so it's slightly smaller than the other one. The other one was like literally double, triple the size of this. But yeah, so it's this, and then again I put it on a key ring, but I might end up putting it on the wall with the other ones. So yeah, disappointing at WrestleMania that Cody lost the championship to John Cena, but it is what it is. But yeah, there is the American Nightmare logo, 3D printed. 3D printed with the AMS, so you got the red, blue, the white, and the black. But yeah, nice easy print. And printer profile for the A1 Mini is on Maker World, which I've uploaded on the original one as well. So if you want to print off and you've got a smaller printer, this is what you'll get, and this is the size. So probably about the size of your head, depending on the size of your head of course. But yeah, that's that one. The other thing I printed was a table, which is like the breakable table for the figures. I don't have one because I made it for my nephew and he's got it, but there should be some video here maybe. I know he sent us a video, and I think I took some video before I gave it to him, but I don't remember because it was a while ago. But if there is video, here it is.
Ready for the fog splash.
And again, I made this for the A1 Mini for the profile, so you can download it on there. Just get the 3 dowels, or 4 dowels, I think it was 3. Stick them in on one side, so when you hit it, it breaks, but the dowels stay in and goes back together. Really nice, really good. Next thing is these keychains, and these have the WWE logo on them. As you can see there, nice little keychain. I made a full plate of these, and they're really nice, really quick, really easy to do. So yeah. And as you can see there, there's a nice bunch of them just all together. And again, you can use them as key rings, or you can put them on the wall, or you can do whatever you want with them. But yeah, super simple print, really easy. And again, with the AMS, just use the white, the red and the black. Comes out really nice, and that's them. Going old school with this next one, and this is the DX logo. And this goes on the table or wherever you want, the shelf. So it's DX. If you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you: suck it. And again, this is another one for the shelf behind for the back of the videos. But yeah, it's come out really nice, and I quite like it. And obviously DX was a firm favourite back in the day, so it was nice to get some nostalgia in the back with the favourite. So yeah, came out really nice, I think. And again, I just used the green and black for it, which is sort of the colours. Maybe would have preferred a brighter green, I think, but unfortunately at the time I didn't have the brighter green. But yeah, that's the DX logo. Up next, we have this classic WWF logo, which is printed on a plate, and I've got it nailed on there. But yeah, that came with a little hole up the top, the WWF logo, and it's pride of place on the wall. But yeah, it's just a thin bit of filament size, blue, yellow. Not much else to say about it. Really super simple print, really easy to do. And here we go. Last but definitely not least, we have this Raw is War light box. Now, I'm not keen on the back bit, which is just a little slit that goes in and you put the LED in. I used a 2-meter one because that was all I had. The 1/2 meter one was too short, but then the 2-meter one was a bit too big. This was originally a size to go on an A1. I resized for an A1 mini, so the magnets, I had to get smaller magnets because there's 4 magnets in each of the corners. So the frame on the front just sticks on like so. And this is the best part. Turn it on and there we go. On the camera it looks a bit orange, I think, but in real life it is a red Raw and War, and a white is. And yeah, that's it. But again, like, that's the LED lights, nice and bright, and that is the cover for it. And that is the Raw's War light box. Hope you enjoyed that video and you found some of the prints interesting and maybe you want to print them. Like I said, there's a link in description for a collection on Maker World, which has all of these projects, so you can go on, just print them all off, and then you're done. And like I said, the ones that I printed off were with A1 Mini, so they should have the A1 Mini print profiles already there, or I've uploaded them. So yeah. If you want something else on the channel, like if you want me to print out other random things, like different collections. So for example, I've got a one coming up with Pokemon. So I printed this really nice Pokemon card holder. And again, one with magnets, so you put the cards in. I've got another one coming up soon with some guns. But yeah, if there's anything else that you want on the channel, I've got loads of videos coming up, so there should be some interesting stuff. Let me know in the comments. But until next time, see ya. What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Keith. Today's video, it's a little bit different. So I recently got a 3D printer and I decided to print some 3D magic tricks. So we're gonna have a look at the magic tricks and then I'll do some quick performances, and yeah, that's basically it. So we'll head into it and we'll have a look. So in total, there is 10, plus there is 2 bonuses. So I'll show you the first bonus, and this one here is this Rubik's Cube holder. So it's just basically a little triangle like this. Put the Rubik's Cube on and you can hold your Rubik's Cube. Sweet and simple, really good. But I've got a bunch of these Rubik's hanging around, so I thought I'd get a stand to put them on. See, there's one there. Might put that on a stand, might not, we'll see. But yeah, that's the first bonus one. Check the end of the video for the last bonus one. Up next is this awesome chocolate illusion magic trick thing. So basically we have this here, which is a full bar of chocolate that comes apart. And then when it comes apart, you can take a piece of it like this, and then when you ever connect the chocolate bar back together, you've still got a full chocolate bar. So that one's really good as well. Up next we have this, which is a a neat little magic trick. So obviously you've got your little stick, which used to be a cigarette, you put it in here, chop it up, and then cigarette comes back out. So yeah, really basic, really beginner magic trick that you get in all the beginner magic tricks, but it's nice just to get a slightly bigger 3D printed one. So yeah. We also have this lovely box. So you open it up and there's nothing in there, and then when you open up again, there's things appear in there. So yeah, it's a nice little trick box. So it's white with a nice red ribbon. Put that all together. That's really good as well. We also have the amazing coin purse. So this is a little coin purse. So you put your coin in, and then when you take it out, the coin has disappeared, and you can make it vanish back again as well. So yeah, that's a neat little one. And again, you get these in the beginner magic tricks, but it was nice just to print it off and have it as a 3D print. We have this little contraption too. So this is a little cylinder, and you put a coin in, it goes in there. You have your little swords, you put your swords through the holes, and then with the coin still in, the swords go through all of the holes, take the swords out, and the coin's still there. Amazing. The other one is a chalice magic trick, or sort of a cup and balls kind of thing. So you have this here, you have the ball, and then you put the ball in, the ball vanishes, stuff like that. You get the ball out, the ball vanishes, comes back, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, another beginner magic trick, but it's good to get this 3D printed. We also have this one, which has got 2 blocks and a cross, so it's kind of like Tetris. You put them in, and obviously when you're putting them all the way through, you couldn't put another block through, but as if by magic, you can put these 2 through, and yeah, so that's another one. So this one is another one with the coin and a sword. So we have a little coin in here, just like that. You put the coin in, you put the sword through, it goes through the holes and the main case, and then you take it out and the coin's still there. So another great magic trick. We have the classic magic guillotine. So you put your finger in there and you pull the blade down and chops the finger, but doesn't actually chop the finger. In the bottom bit here, you can put some stuff in that actually chops that as well. So yeah, another classic, but 3D printed. Last but not least, for the magic tricks, we have this. So this is similar to the coin one with the sword, whereas this is a man. So you have a rubber, you put them in here, put the swords through, and then all of a sudden, you take the swords out and the rubber's fine. So yeah, nice 3D printed. Comes with a nice carry case as well for the sword, so really interesting for that. But yeah, that is the 10 magic tricks and the bonus one. So I'll do a quick performance of some of these, and yeah, we'll just see how they perform being 3D printed. This is a 3D printed classic in magic. This is a finger guillotine. As you can see here, we have the blade, and the blade goes through both of the holes, and like that. And if you're holding it, you can see it's not going to go down because my finger's in the way. Now, the crazy thing is you can take this, right, and then I can just put it here like so. See this here? This is pasta. I can put this in the little hole, just like so, and put my finger in, and let's go. As you can see there, the blade has actually chopped the pasta, but left my finger okay. How amazing is that? This is a 3D printed classic magic trick. Now this is a ball and a vase. So as you can see here, there's the ball, there's the vase. Nothing suspicious there. So what you do, obviously you take the ball, you can put it in the vase like that, pull it up, and the ball disappears. Now, I know you may be thinking, yeah, it's just stuck in the lid, isn't it? But we take the ball, put it over here. Actually, we'll throw it away. So throw there. Now we put it back together, and if we like will the ball to come back up, say come here, there we go, the ball appears. Now, put the lid back on, tell it to go away, push it away, you open up the lid, and the ball disappears. Now, I know what you're thinking, that cannot be possible, but it is. So again, we get the ball comes back, and just like so, it goes in here, and there we go. The ball is there. Nothing in the lid, ball's there, bish bash bosh. This is a classic in magic, and it's 3D printed. So this here is a box, it's a white box with a red ribbon, and you have a drawer. You pull out the drawer, there's nothing in. Now, what would be truly magical is if you could close the drawer, and you were going to give this to someone as a present, that you opened up the drawer, and there was a present in there. Now, this is a holder for a plectrum, If I was magical, I would make a plectrum appear. Unfortunately, I'm not. So, it's a bit of a rubbish present, isn't it? This is a classic in Magic and it's 3D printed. Now this is a coin purse. So you take this and you put that down. You put your coin in here and just like so, your coin is in. Now you take your purse again, you close up your purse and that money is stored away for safekeeping. Now how safe, you ask? Yeah, that's safe. It actually disappears. Weird. This is a 3D printed classic in Magic. This is a little coin holder. This is a sword. Now you want to put your coin in and you hold your... You want to put your coin in and you hold your coin there. And just like so, you have your case. And yeah, so you put that in there. And you can get your sword. Try to push it through. It doesn't seem to work. I mean, the coin's still in there, but I don't know what the crack is. Now, if I just pierce that through, you can see there that has gone through and the coin is still in there. So if I take this out and take this out, and there is the coin. Magic. This is a classic magic trick in 3D print. Now this used to be a cigarette back in the day, but this is just a white tube. So you put this little white tube in here, like so, that's in the middle. Now all you can do is you pull that up and that white tube has now been split. And just like that, magically back together. This is a 3D printed magic trick, and this is the infinite chocolate. Someone who is very hungry can just take this one piece. Now, you have other pieces in the chocolate bar, but I just want this one piece. So if I put this here, then all I have to do is put the chocolate bar back together, and I have a complete chocolate bar and one piece that I've stolen. Now I can just keep doing this and I get infinite chocolate. How amazing is that? This is a classic magic trick 3D printed. So we have these and we have this cube here. Now this cube goes in here like so, and then we just push this in and just like so. Now I don't know if you can see, but there's actually a hole there. So I can just put that through and have that dangling. Now it's a bit weird, isn't it? So yeah, this is a classic in Magic 3D printed. So we have a robber here. He's done some really bad crimes, so we're going to have to put him in jail. So this is his jail. So we need to get him in here, and then we need to lock him up. So where's the lock? There we go. So that's him, nice and locked up. Now, the thing with prison is there's some really bad people in there, and sometimes some bad things happen. Now imagine if you were this prisoner and you were in your jail cell, and then all of a sudden you just had all these swords coming in. So it's poking you through the eyes, poking you through the other eyes. If you've got more than one set of eyes, let me know. I have specky 4 eyes, but you know. And going through his arms and his precious parts, his neck and his heart. Now, like I said, imagine being in prison and then having that done to you every single day, just being in your cell, minding your own business, and then all of a sudden these swords come in and then they take them out just like that, just so you can go get your food and stuff like that. But all day you're just tortured by all these swords, and until you unlock your prison cell and you get out, and then just like so, he's fine. So as a last thing, as you can see here, this is one of the last things that is a bonus. So this here is a bunch of playing card holders. As you can see there, this is what it is. So it's on an IKEA Skadis. They go onto the board itself, and then you can just put your playing cards in. So you have all of them here. We also have a bunch here. So as you can see here, put all the ones from the Bicycle Ambassadors, all the Disney ones and stuff. These are in the sitting room on a board. There's a bunch of other ones like Flamingo Land. There's some other ones. National Trust, Bicycle, of course, White Artisans, Stargazer, and so much more. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please let me know in the comments below. And if there's any other 3D printing things that you want to look at with regards to Magic or anything else, then let me know and I'll do them. But yeah, until next time, see ya. What's up everybody, welcome to the video. My name is Keith. Today's video, we're going to be a little bit something different, and we're going to be looking at Lego. So I've 3D printed some Lego stuff, so we're going to look over it, see what it's like, and then go from there. And obviously, this is really good. This is a life-size Lego hand. No good for picking stuff up, but we'll look into this and the other ones right now. So first up, we have this Lego headlight. Headlight? Yeah, it's a head, it's a light. Not a headlight for a car, but it's a headlight. So this took just over 4 hours and just over 100 grams of filament. On the base, it has a section so you can put in the Bambu light, and obviously it just clips in like that. And then when you turn it on, it lights up. There is an option for an AMS version, so the eyebrows, the eyes and the mouth gets printed in black, but I just did it all one colour for the yellow, and yeah, that's it. So just over 4 hours you can have yourself an LED lamp. The seam for it, if you can see it on the video, is just at the back, so it's hidden out the way. But yeah, that's the LED light, and then you just have the switch off the Bambu LED puck as such, so you can turn it on and off, and it looks really, really good. So yeah, that's the first one. Up next is a real life Lego cup. So this is again another 4.2 hour print, but this takes 207 grams of filament. So this is a, just pull the cup out. So this is a little cup holder, like so. It's got a little hole in the bottom, so if you have a cold cup and it's got condensation, that'll go out the bottom. But essentially you have your cup with your handle, and you also have this little piece here. So that's it there. So all you do is you get your cup holder, well, bottle holder, can holder, whatever. So you put your can in, and then you have this little piece in this little slot here. So that pushes in, and that holds your can secure, so it's not going to come out. There is a little bit of friction there, but that's good enough. So then you can just sort of drink it up with your can like that. And that's a really nice little thing. And obviously, if you did a Lego hand that was sort of the same size, you'd be able to hold it like this, or maybe even make this even bigger so it would fit in the Lego hand. That's an idea for someone to try, but that's just it there. So you can print it in any colour. We went for yellow just because it was a Lego colour as such. Could have gone red just to make it stand out, but that is the Lego can holder. And it'll work with the smaller cans as well, so these smaller cans of pop will actually fit in there as well, but we usually drink Monster, so that's what we use. In at 44 minutes and 20 grams of filament is this little Lego flexi leg character. So this is a really good one, so you can have it just sort of sitting on the edge of somewhere, and the little legs hang over, and it's got the hands here which are flat, so that sits flat, and obviously the bottom is also flat, so it's fine to sit on somewhere, and then when you pick it up you can give it a shake about and the legs shake. But again, that was just 40 minutes and 20 grams of filament, so a nice easy little print, and yeah, I think it looks good. So the 40 minutes is the plain colour, so you don't have the eyes and the mouth in black, but you can Sharpie these on, or you can do the 2 hour print, which is 42 grams of filament, and that's what this one is. But if you just want the plain one, you get a black Sharpie and fill it in, 40 minutes. These take 47 minutes and only use 20 grams of filament. There is different options, but I went for Groot and Harry Potter. So essentially these are just printed off plain white PLA, but you get a Sharpie and you can colour these in. So it has raised areas on them, like so. So when you're colouring in, you can colour in specific parts of each figure and not overlay into the other one. So if you want to colour his hair in brown, you could do that, colour his face in a different colour, and other things like that. And there's multiple different characters available. So there is a plate with these, there is a plate with a Magician and Joker, and a Star Wars one as well. So print them all off, shouldn't take too long, and it's nice, something for the kids to colour in as like a gift for any time really. Just give them a gift for like Easter or Christmas, birthday, just a little something extra just to print off. Super easy to do. In 5.6 hours and 228 grams of filament, you can have something like this. There's also one for 3.7 hours and 125 grams of filament, which is a smaller square one, so you can actually stack them on each other. So on the bottom, there is options like the original Lego block with little holes to stack stuff in. The top has the actual holes so you can stack them as well. And inside, is a little pulley out tray, so you can store stuff in there, store Lego parts, whatever else, and then just stack them up. So you can have multiple ones of these large ones and stack them, or have the smaller ones if you wanted to do different colours and stuff. But yeah, that's nice. It did take a while to print, so yeah, 5.6 hours for this. Did take a slight while longer than some of the other prints, but I think it's really good because you get the tray separate to the box as well. So you just connect it like so, and then you have stackable Lego drawers. Now I'll show you, you could probably size this up to fit the was 289 grams of filament, and you have this Lego tissue box holder. So you have the square tissue box. You can probably get a slightly bigger one, and we went for a smaller one, and the tissues come out the top, so you can pull them out and use them like that. So you can have this on display on your table. So if you need tissues on your table, then you can have this, and it's a really nice way to present tissues rather than just having the box like that. You can feed this through and put that cover on top, and then you're good to go. I think it's nice and quirky. Did take a while to print, but with something sort of this big, then it's only understandable. But that's the tissue box holder. So these two are 6x8 Lego figure picture frame inserts. They take 9.9 hours each and 144 grams of filament. So these are done with an AMS. So it takes 107 grams of the colour for the figure and also 37 grams for the background. Now we did this one first, so we did the blue on the white, and it looked quite nice. There is some sort of issues on the top where it comes out, it's a bit lined, and on the bottom the supports are quite finicky to get off. But then we also did this one. Now I prefer the black background, especially in the black frames that we got with the red figure, but you can have a yellow figure any colour you want. I think it'll pop out from the black. But they still both look amazing, and yeah, if you want something to hang up on your wall which is Lego inspired, then this is it. We went into Home Bargains and got the frames from there, and they were 6x8. We did go to IKEA, but they only had 5x7. We needed 6x8, so these are perfect. So for frames like this, Home Bargains in the UK, that's the place to go. But yeah, these look really good. This is a Lego pen holder, and this took 3.1 hours and 83 grams of filament. Now the interesting thing about this is this here comes printed on one plate and is flat. So you take that off and you just fold them in, connect them up, and then this connects up. You'll be able to see here the actual fold line for where it was folded originally, and the same with that. But when you're looking at it just at a glance, you don't see those marks. Now, so you put your pens in and you hold that on there. Then it has options, so if you have some Lego, you can attach that Lego on there and put little Lego bricks, little Lego figures, whatever you want on the side of this pen pot holder. It's fantastic. And while I was sticking that on there, I may as well go for this next. This is a 30-minute 3-gram filament take an amount for this little holder. Now this on the keychains just looks like a little Lego brick, but when you put it together at this angle and stick it together, it's like a love heart. So this is perfect for couples who want to have one of these on the keys each. We just added the little key rings onto it, and then like so, you can have one each, put them on your keys, and then they're always going to stick together and end up making a heart. I don't have the exact times for these, however, on the Maker World, it says 15.1 hours and 430 grams of filament. Now this is for multiple plates. I think the 15 hours is for both of these, so it takes less time if you're doing different things like that. This is the first one that we printed off, so it comes with the bottom, the plant pot holder, the leaves, the stems and the flowers, and they all just clip onto each other, so you can do them all in different colours, whatever colour you want. So there's that bigger one, there's also the smaller one. So the bigger one has actually 2 leaves on it, but we thought it was better with just one, so we've used the other leaf to do another single stem flower one. So yeah, that's it there, and this is the other one. So some of the parts you need to glue on, so like the leaf and the one of the parts which goes there, you glue that on and that goes in, and the rest is just sort of loose, but it's a bit wobbly, so depends on what you want to do. You can always stick them on and then glue them on and then then they are secure, but it's just personal preference. If you want to put it on so you could take them off and change the way it looks or switch them over, then you can do that. And like I said, you can just have the flowers, take them, put them on. If I put it on the correct way, and just like so, you stick it on and there's your flowers. 9.3 hours and 397 grams of filament. You can have this real life, real size Lego hand. And inside, if you can see it, there's a little handle. It's a bit rough from the supports on the inside, and the same with some of the other bits, like on the bottom of the hand there and on the top, from where it had the supports and things and where it's been done. It's a little bit rough, but yeah, it looks nice. It's quite life size. It's nice to put your hand in and have your little Lego hand. But yeah, that's something that everyone with Lego and likes Lego needs to get. I don't know if you could get away with wearing these outside, but this is good. We're going to print another one, so we have 2 of them as well, just because, really. Seven hours, 304 grams. We have this here. This is a Lego LED light, and this is the front of it. So this one's been printed. We're printing a box at the moment, so we'll overlay some footage on the video once that's done. And this is a box light which has a LED strip on the inside, similar to the LED head. You can turn it on, turn it off, and this is a really nice light just to have if you're a Lego fan. So there should be footage on the screen here of the Lego lamp itself, or Lego light, and yeah, this is it here. And like I said, it's 7 hours, 304 grams of filament. It comes in 2 plates, so you have 1.6 hours for the front and 5.4 for the back bit. Just assemble the LED lights in and you're good to go. Last but not least, we have the IKEA Skadis Lego figure holder. Now this one here says it takes 2.7 hours and 61 grams of filament, and on the plate here this has and on the plate it has 60 items, so that's 60 holders to go on your Skadis to put your minifigures. So we printed off a few of them, which you should see the footage on the screen now, and this is what you can use to fill up a Skadis board and display your minifigures in a fantastic way. So yeah, that's something else you can do for that. And that is some Lego printed 3D stuff that we have done. If you have a favourite, let me know in the comments below. It'd be really interesting to see what your favourite thing is that you have seen in this video. Is there something that you've already printed out? Is there something that you want to print out? Just let me know in the comments below. If you want to check out some other 3D printed stuff, check out the link on the video now, and that'll take you to another video with 3D printed stuff. But until next time, see ya. What's up everybody, welcome to the video. If you haven't guessed by the thumbnail, this is all about fun musical accessories and different things to help you with your music should you want to create some music. Now these are all 3D printed, and we're just going to go through and have a look at some of the accessories that I've printed off, see if they're any good, see if they're not any good. And as per usual, in the description below there is a link to a collection on MakerWorld where you can find all of these. So if there's something that you like and you want to print, you can go on there and print it off yourself. So let's get started and let's jump right in. So this is a phone speaker amplifier, and this took just over 4 hours and it's about 160 grams of filament. This is for your phone. You put it in here and it's playing music, and then the music is to get louder and better and fill a room more by using this. So in the top, this is where your phone goes in, and there's some little holes that come out here, and that's where it lets the volume from your speaker come out and sort of spread around a bit more. So we'll do a quick comparison test and see what it's like. So we have some royalty-free rock music. Now I'm going to position this speaker to me because I've got the microphone, so you can hear the difference. So this is just regular. This is in the speaker. So if you can hear a difference, I'll turn it up. Quite thin. And then when it's in the speaker, the sort of the volume and the tone seems to fill out a bit as well. So this is great for just putting your phone in the corner, putting it in this, and this allows the music to reach the room much better. So a really good print. This is a small micro bitonal whistle. This takes like 18 minutes to print and it only uses about 4 grams of filament. So it's amazing. There's also a little hole so you can put your key ring on it, so you can connect it to your keys or whatever. And this is the whistle. So I'm going to take the microphone off because apparently this is really loud. So I'm just going to position the microphone towards me and give this a try. So I'll keep back just so it doesn't peak the audio on it. And looking at the levels on the camera, I think it did. So I'll go a bit further back. There you go. So that's a really nice little portable whistle that's really loud. So yeah, and as I have the microphone off, the next one, you may have saw it in the thumbnail, is the death whistle. So this version took about 3.5 hours and I think it was 70 odd grams of filament, so it's not too bad at all. And this is another really loud whistle. As you can see, it's like a hollowed out on the inside, and that allows the audio to reverberate around it and give off the sound that it does. Sounds like someone screaming. So again, I'll put the microphone down and we'll have a look. But mine didn't come out the best on the bottom for some reason. I think it was to do with all the supports and stuff, but it's still good. Let's see. And again, I saw that I peaked the levels. I'll go further back. Still sort of peaked the levels, but that gives you an idea of how loud this little thing is. So yeah, there's loads of different versions of these and loads of different models. This is the one that I've printed out. And speaking of death and death whistles, let's talk about the Pick of Destiny, which is the devil. If you haven't seen this film, this is from Tenacious D, The Pick of Destiny. So this is all about this. And this is a nice little print, which didn't take much filament at all, didn't take much time. When I printed these, I did a whole bed of them. So it was sort of to minimize the changes. You still have to change the filament, but it does as many with the same changes, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so I did that, and then let's see how it sounds. So we don't get copyright for that. So that is the Pick of Destiny. Really nice little plectrum. It's quite hard as well, so if you're used to playing with hard plectrums, then that's spot on. Seeing as I've got the guitar in my hand, what we're going to do is show you a capo. So this is the capo here. You normally put it on your strings, so if you want to change your pitch up as such, you put that on and that does it. Now this here is a 3D printed one. So this attaches on, so for example, if we played our G chord, that sounds nice there, but then if we were to put this on, this would move that G chord up, like so. So this seems to work well. It allows you to play as you would with a capo. So obviously your classic thing. I don't know if you can hear that. The top string is quite dead on it. So normally it should be like that. But the capo doesn't seem to be holding it down as much. So it's like ringing out, you can hear it more there, even when you do it higher up. It's still quite dead. Whereas if you use your normal capo, when you're putting that on, that's how it rings out. So that's the only issue I've found with this particular capo, that when it's printed off, it doesn't have the top E string as secure as it should. On the normal capos, you normally have a bit of material like this, like foam and stuff like that, that helps secure the strings down. So I suppose you can put that on here and that would make it better. But as it stands, it's okay. If you don't have a capo and you needed one to just sort of mess around with, then this is good enough. But to play music with it, then you're better off sticking with a normal one or putting something on this. Up next, we have a 1.5 hour kazoo. So this top bit prints separate. You screw this on, you get a bit of, I think I've got some cling film in there, and that sort of helps you create that epic kazoo sound as such. Now with the kazoo, you don't sort of blow into it. If you do, it doesn't really make a noise. You need to sort of hum with your lips and do it that way. And that's how you make the noise with the kazoo, and it's a good print. Does what it's supposed to do. We have another 1.5 hour print, and this is a percussion frog. The only issue I had with mine is the supports on the inside. They're still in there. I managed to get them off, but I can't seem to get them out of here. But basically, you have your percussion frog, and it's got the little device in its mouth that you use to play it, and you take it out, and it makes a noise like a frog. Nice simple little print, nice easy as well, apart from the supports, but sounds really good. Up next we have a print in place plectrum holder or pick holder, and again you can put a key ring or chain or anything on this so you've always got it with you. It basically prints in place and it opens up like this. Take your plectrums or plectrum, one with my name on, put it in there, and then that can go on your keys, so you always have a plectrum with you whenever you're out and about and should you need it. Really cool that. Up next we have some piano key helpers or piano key guide for beginners. So these are guides which go onto your piano and help you out with distinguishing the notes and stuff like that on the piano itself. So I printed these because I wanted to learn piano for a while, but I haven't really got around to it yet. But we'll head over the piano and I'll show you how it works. So as you can see, our piano doesn't get used that much. But basically what you have here is you have your piano key helper guide. So you can just put these down, just like so. And now you have them down, you know which chords and keys are where at. It's like so. So this is your C. This is also a C, which is out of tune. That one's a C. So you know where your keys are for whatever you need them for. And last but not least, I've saved one of the best for last, just for retention purposes, of course. You may have saw this one in the thumbnail as well. This is the singing bird. This right here, this little thing, this took just over 4 hours, and I have to say, it's quite really unique and interesting. So what you do is you get this bird, fill it with water, about 10 ml, and when you blow into it like a whistle, it sounds like a real bird. Don't believe us? Let's see. How amazing is that? And depends on how you're blowing into it, is the different sound it make. And if you use your tongue to block this when you're blowing into it as well, it makes a different sound. So it sounds like a different kind of bird compared to just blowing in it. And sometimes the water comes back out. But yeah, that's the singing bird, and that is some musical things that you can print out with your 3D printer. Oh, forgot one. That is this here. So I nearly saved the best to last, but the best actually is to last. Now this takes a bit of getting used to, but we'll try it. You've just been rickrolled.